What's up, everybody? This is your boy, the man, the Rain Man, Kevin. I'm here back again for the Rain Entertainment podcast. I'm sorry for you guys that it took a while to get back to another episode, but a lot of crazy shit's been going on. Today, Nolan Arenado out of Colorado. Carson Wentz not in Philly anymore. Draft craziness. And Shaun Watson causing problems in Houston, along with the Buffalo blow-up. And that's all on the ice. We'll keep it locked here for the Rainin' Entertainment Podcast. Okay, welcome back to the Rainin' Entertainment Podcast. You guys all know me, I'm the Rain Man. Nolan Arenado, third baseman for the Colorado Rockies, who is now no longer a Colorado Rocky. He is now a St. Louis Cardinal. But Colorado did something that you would think most teams would not do to, I guess you could say, their best player on the team. You pretty much gave him away. You got absolutely nobody, no good prospects for it. Almost next to nothing in money. And yet pretty much told the Cardinals, okay. So now Nolan Arenado is now a Cardinal. He says he has no regrets. He did the best he could in Colorado, which I do agree with that. He did his thing. And Colorado's pretty much clean shop at this point because now everybody's wondering if Trevor Story's going to leave, which I do see him leaving. I really do believe that's going to happen. Don't know who they're going to try and get for him, but, that's just how I see it. And you're not going to compete in the National League West, not at this point, because you got the Padres who are now beefing up their stuff, up their team. You got the Dodgers who ain't even going to slow down anytime soon. You got the Diamondbacks who've been pretty much consistent the last couple of years. So now you are like the only team, literally in a rebuild. You just broke everything down and we're doing it all over again. At this point, you need to just redo the whole organization in Colorado. That's just how I feel about it. And I think it's ridiculous that we're even talking about this at this point. But, Nolan's gone now. So we'll see what happens. I don't have any hopes for the Rockies this year. I really don't. None at all. So we'll see what happens. And maybe they got lucky. And they might actually do what they've always done. Still get a run for that National League West title. But this year, I don't see them getting anywhere near it. You got two teams in San Diego and LA that are going to pretty much, I think, are going to fight for the first top spot. And then Arizona, who's been pretty consistent the last couple of years, is going to stay in third place, which means you guys ain't going anywhere. That's just how I feel. In football, Carson Wentz is no longer a Philadelphia Eagle. I think for some Philly fans, that sucks. And for the other side, they are saying hallelujah. He is now an Indianapolis Colt. Not a team that I was expecting, but okay. We'll see what he does in Indy. Let's see if Carson Wentz's, this hype that he had going into Philly is going to follow him, and he's actually going to live up to it in Indianapolis. I ain't expecting that, but let's see what happens. So that could mean possibly that the Eagles are going to start Jalen Hurts next season, which is great news because I think Jalen Hurts deserves a chance just like any other rookie. He's already got a year under his belt. Granted, it was scattered. And also, Philly's also got rid of their head coach. So we'll see what happens there. Well, that's going to be very interesting, to say the least, of how that's going to play out. Let's see, what else is going on in the football world? Shaun Watson is just, if the phrase, Houston, we have a problem with ever needed, now is the time, because whatever is going on now is ridiculous. It's insane what's going on with Shaun Watson right now. I've actually had people ask me, what do you think? Do you think this is true, all the shit that's coming out? I'm like, and this is my answer to it. If it was 2 to 3 people at max, 5 people saying that he did something, he sexually assaulted them, then I would be like, okay, I don't think he did it. But when you have 16 fucking people coming out and saying you did something, dude, you fucked up, homie. Especially, and it's going to get even worse if all these claims and these allegations, and they are all the same, like none of the stories are different. All the stories are the same. They're all accurate. They're all, all this shit. Man, whoever was part of this whole Shaun Watson trying to get out on the team, I hope you don't want him now, because you're going to have a three-ring circus following them at this point. I wouldn't take him. I'll take Josh Gordon back if the NFL lets him back in. I'll take him over Deshaun Watson at this point. But we'll see, man. I have no hopes right now for Deshaun Watson. I think he's pretty much screwed. Even if all this does come out to be like he's not guilty or something, his chances of going anywhere else now are shot, because nobody's going to want to put up with the three-ring circus that he's going to have now. Because now these teams are going to be like, well, what else is going to happen? What else is going to follow him? So we'll see. I don't have any hopes for Deshaun moving from Houston, but we'll see what happens. And in the off-season stuff, the Browns ironically did pretty good for the free agency. They got a lot of good defensive players, ironically, all from the Rams, it seems like. Because you got John Johnson the third. I think he's the third. Yeah, third. He's a safety who was a Ram, who's now a Brown. We had Tony Hill, I know his last name's Hill. I don't remember his first name. He's a cornerback, and he was a Ram. And I'm just like, is the Browns just like grabbing everybody that the Rams lost? Is that what we're doing here? So we'll see. I mean, the Browns did good in the free agency. The draft stuff is crazy because the Miami Dolphins traded away their number 3 first-round pick to the San Francisco 49ers. That is telling, if nothing else, the Miami fans, we are keeping Tua. We are starting Tua Tagovailoa. I probably butchered that again. That is what you are telling the Miami fans right now. Because that third pick in the first round, that was your chance to get a quarterback if you were not going to keep going with Tua. But this is telling people you are going to go with Tua, which I am so happy that Tua is going to get the opportunity to showcase what he can do. What he did in Alabama is any indication, we are going to get an exciting time in Miami. And the AFC North with the Browns, the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Bengals, I am looking forward to seeing how that division shapes up with the way it went last year. Granted, yes, Bengals kind of went downhill, but they lost Joe Burrow, so that's, that will do it. But, I mean, aside from the Pittsburgh Steelers, we have 3 quarterbacks who are going to be playing for at least 10 years, minimum, 10 years in this league. And we have Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, and Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. That is a hell of a triple threat in that division that we can see for the next 5, 6, 7 years to come, as long as they stay in this division. I really believe that it's going to be a division worth watching. The black and blue division, the NFC North, with the Tigers, the Lions, the Bears, the Vikings, and the Packers. That's going to be an interesting one because, one, you got Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, you got Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, you got apparently Andy Dalton in Chicago, which I didn't see that one coming. If they believe Andy Dalton can do it, I mean, I will say this, Andy Dalton's an upgrade from Mitch Trubisky. And that's because we know Andy Dalton can play. He can't play in primetime, but he can play. Where Mitch Trubisky apparently can't do anything. And then you got Detroit, who got rid of Matt Stafford, and has now got Jared Goff. So let's see if they're going to build around Goff. Because they didn't do it with Stafford, so we'll see what happens. And the irony for me is that Stafford is now an LA Ram, which is ironic for me because all the years that I've played Madden and when Stafford became in the league, and I started liking him, I always tried to get him on the Rams. And so now when Madden 22 comes out, I'm not going to have to do that anymore. So that's kind of ironic in its own way for my personal reasons. And then on the ice in the NHL, the Buffalo Sabres, I don't know how you can have only 6 wins in a shorted season, but they do. They only have 6 wins all fucking year. It's a short season, and they have literally the worst record in the NHL right now. Almost everybody else has at least 9, or on their way to 10 wins. Buffalo hasn't even gotten to the halfway point. And on top of that, they are getting rid of pretty much everybody. Their front office is going bullshit berserk. They're getting rid of everybody in the front office. The coaches are gone. All the star players are going or on their way out. It's just like Buffalo is pretty much telling people, we're starting over. This ain't working. Which is ironic because there's a YouTuber. Her name is Melody Martin. I guess whoever the current, either it's the owner or whoever it is, actually said, and I quote, "The only reason the Sabres exist is to win the Stanley Cup." With what you're doing this year, I really don't think that's going to happen. Just saying. I mean, I'm not a huge Sabre fan. I will admit that. I like the Buffalo Sabres, but I'm not a huge Buffalo Sabres fan like the YouTuber Melody Martin is. But good Lord. I mean, I have never seen any team play this fucking bad. It's one thing if it was like you were just planning on tanking the season or something, but at least try. You know what I mean? At least try to look like you want to play, like you want to win or something, Make it believable. But this is not even like a full 82-game season. This was like a 56-game season, I think. And you are just like pretty much telling it, not only the Buffalo fans, but the NHL that, we're done. I pray to God that this is not going to happen, because if it is, there's going to be a lot of pissed off Buffalo fans. A lot of Sabre fans are going to be pissed off, especially in Buffalo. If this is their way of saying that we want to sell the team to somebody else, which 9 times out of 10 means that they would move, this is a bad idea. And if it's the case, I pray to God it makes it better. But if I was a Sabre fan right now, I would be losing my fucking mind. I would be just so upset. I would be livid right now. So. And that's pretty much all we have. Oh, and Godzilla vs. Kong is coming out in 2 days. 2 days, people. And from some of the reviews I've been seeing, people are loving this movie. They love this movie. And I know Mechagodzilla's in it. I just don't know where he's playing, where he's going to fall into the storyline. Also, Mortal Kombat 2021 is coming out in April. And then we have MLB 21 coming out in April as well. And Mass Effect Legendary Edition coming out in May. So it's going to be a hell of a next 2 months for not just the sports world, but also the entertainment industry. So that's it for me. I'm the Rain Man. My name is Kevin. You keep it locked here on the Rainin' Entertainment Podcast. Take care all later.